All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Jacksonville Jaguars. It's an Indian summer afternoon, perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports. To return, here's Chris Conley. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now. This is Jarkandrick West. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big 3rd down conversion with a gain of 28.
Green, 39. Green, 39.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Dante Fowler in on the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Blue 45. Blue 45. Left.
Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. Buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. From the gun, it's Mahomes. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They go play action here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right, and that's caught inside the 30. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. First down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. So we got 3 on one tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Hey, spread left. Spread left. Hey, spread left. Spread left.
Well, Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Jabal Sheard. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year.
Let's go.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Shotgun now for Bortles. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front 7 can get him down.
Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. Now Chandler Catanzaro for the field goal here. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Catanzaro's kick is right through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So matching field goals on our opening 2 drives.
Yeah, it feels like 2 boxers feeling each other out here in the early going of the game, right? Exchanging some jabs, but none of the heavy stuff just yet.
And now here comes Kansas City. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Flush to his right. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 6 there on 1st. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen and a first down. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Hey. Here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Hut.
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Kelsey, the intended receiver there, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15.
Here we go now. Green 90. Green 90.
And again, it's Mahomes. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And this will get them all the way inside of Jacksonville's 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Tell the truth, partner. You didn't think he was coming down with that one, did you? Come on, tell me the truth.
No, I didn't. I'll tell you what, though. A one-handed grab at that length. Talk about giving your team a little juice.
Oh, big time. I mean, everyone's going to be excited about that one, whether you're on the field or not. It permeates its way through the entire team, and I can't wait to see what they do on the next down.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. Here's 2nd and goal operating from the 8-yard line.
Left.
He's going to get it running right. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
On goal-to-goal runs, when you create lost yardage plays, the only way that happens is either call pressure or what I like to call straight-ahead pursuit. A great read, and they get to the backfield and make the play.
And that was a big chunk of yardage lost. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, That brings up fourth.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Green 80. Green 80.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
I can't help it. Every time I see Eric Berry make a play, as we just saw him make a tackle there, I just want to stand up and applaud.
Because he went to Tennessee like you?
Well, that doesn't hurt one bit, but how about the comeback? I mean, he came back from beating cancer and getting back to Pro Bowl level, one of the best players in the game.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24.
Omaha.
4 down. 58 to Mike.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Sunday. Spread left.
On 1st down, Bortles. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. And the reception made by Dante Moncrief. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. His first catch, good for 16 and a first. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down.
39, Lucy.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Dante Moncrief that time. And it's 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Green 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Let's go.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on 3rd down.
Pass situation.
11B.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And he's got Moncrief. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Move.
A 1st down carry for Barkley. And now running right through it. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
380. 380.
A handoff to Barkley. Stays on his feet. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Lucy. 380. 380.
Throwing his Bortles on 3rd down. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
380.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Saquon Barkley, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team, because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. Let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams
under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Miles Jack, tough to handle on that blitz. He gets him for a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Mahomes going to throw. And that one falls incomplete. A 50-50 ball. A little dangerous. Could have been picked. Now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. On fourth down is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. Back deep is DJ Chark. And it's fielded at the 34. And running with power here. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field.
Green 80. Green 80. Hey, spread right. Spread right. Spread right. Spread right. Smack. 372.
They fake the handoff. Now Bortles going deep for Moncrief. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Hey, we got four. We got four down. Watch twist.
Here's a give to Barkley. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Past the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And now here comes Kansas City. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Telvin Smith. And he's going to be taken down here with a Penalty flag on the field.
Omaha.
Everyone got four down. 53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
Now Saquon Barkley. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent game, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
Spread right, 72.
Bortles now to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Flushed out right. He's got it to West on the dump off. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. On target over the middle to Hill. The 30. 10. 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chiefs are able to get this back within a touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And that slices the lead down to 17-10. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And just 25 seconds to go in the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. This will be taken in at the 1. And he breaks gets it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage.
Sunday. Hey, spread right, spread right, spread right, spread right. Come out. Check.
Bortles to throw on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six and a KC touchdown.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
Now the try here for the extra point. A little surprising they wouldn't go for two, but this is up and good. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up, but you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
I'll go.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Bortles. Now he'll escape to his right, and this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get to game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes incomplete.
Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game. We'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
He's got the hook up with Conley. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Taken right around the 44. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. This is Barkley. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now a play fake. Bortles. The pass complete to Justin Hunter. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. And Bortles going to sneak it. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
We often hear analysts talk about a quarterback's wingspan, almost like a forward in basketball. But here's where it pays to have a long reach. They find a slight opening and are able to stick the ball forward to pick up first downs.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And finding room to work, he's down to the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They come out here in the I. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Jaguars have moved out in front. Extra point good by Catanzaro, and they will take a 7-point lead. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And now here comes Kansas City. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Malik Jackson in there to drop him, and sacks on first and second downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Left, 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 left.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up 4th. Now it's 1st.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He goes full extension, and he's got it. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in a game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tougher for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Mahomes now on 1st down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. This is West. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Now Mahomes. Pass incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, is the intended target, and it's third down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, what a move. Oh, now he bowls him over.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
So an interesting call there to take the three. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get a better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone. Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Green 80. Green 80.
On the run, it's Barkley. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. It was Reggie Ragland who got him down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty.
Spread right, snap.
They'll go to Barkley again. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like you know his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do you know, what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then in the last second, oh no, I better get down. And he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let the slip away.
And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on third down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
Green 80. Green 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Jamal Sheard on the stop. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Again, it's Barkley. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. Trailing in the fourth, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Shotgun now for Bortles. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Dante Moncrief, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Catanzaro out now as he'll kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense,
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Now it's Barkley. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
The pitch goes to Barkley, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On 3rd and long, it's Bortles. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but it's adopted in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Complete to tight end Kelsey. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover it? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And able to find Conley. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2 big plays in succession, and Kansas City's on the move. On 1st down, Mahomes. Eluding the pressure right. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Back to throw. And he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful. And the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
They'll run with Barkley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
Check. Green 80.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Big Al Woods there to make the tackle. And the Chiefs are going to signal for and be granted another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
Spread left, spread left, spread left. Hey, let's go trick left. Sunday. Spread right, 72.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And a timeout here. Timeout taken, whistles blown. Timeout taken by the receiving team as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Taken in at the 11. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. We come up here on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. He's back to throw. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
He'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Back to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Very good starting field position for the Jaguars offense as they come up 1st and 10. Bortles with a knee to the ground, and that should do it. So with that mean 3 weeks in the books, and they creep above 500 now at 2-1.
You know, I played with a guy once after taking a knee at the end of the game, and he came in and grabbed the equipment manager and said, make sure you wash that spot, you know, special, because I just took a knee for a win. That tells you how much guys enjoy that, because getting a win, no one takes it for granted.
A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this one, Charles. Points, they were not at a premium. They were pretty easy to come by.
They were, but it was fun, wasn't it? Because both teams finding ways to click. And you know people who love this game, they also love baseball games that are 14-11 with 3 or 4 home runs mixed in.
So for Jacksonville, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts.